Daniel Callahan, our first driver.
Welcome, world. We're here during Visions Week at Mid-America Outdoors Off-Road Park in Jay, Oklahoma. I am Miles Hasquist. Sitting next to me is Mr. Matt Edmondson. How's it going, buddy?
Oh, man, I'm ready for this day. I've been waiting on this all week. I'm excited. What do you think?
It's going to be awesome. We're going to start the morning out with the heavy hitters for Heat 1.
That's right. It's Pro Short Course Division 1. And we got some heavy hitters. You said that just a second ago. Wade Good, Kobe Caraway, Scotty Lawrence, Miles Cheek, Scott Champion, Hunter Davidson, William Thomas, Ray Barnes, and Shane Paxton. Also Devin Young, all rounding out that Division 1.
And that's Heat number 1. Heat number 2's got some names in it. Hunter Miller, Cody Miller, Kyle Cheney.
Yeah, not to mention Paul Wolf, Jamie McCoy, Gage Hughes, Cash LaCoy, Kaden Baker. This is going to be a story that we talked a little bit about this already, but he's in a boot. He's got a broken foot. So he's driving today with a handbrake.
With a handbrake.
Yeah.
That's going to be amazing.
So there's about to be some good racing going on. If you're anywhere near the track, this is where you need to be right now. If you're watching from at home, check out that live view you're seeing right there. They're flying that drone straight over. Oh, look at all the elevation here. Did you see all that?
The elevation's huge here. I cannot wait to see these turbos hit the track and just let her eat. We are in Northeast Oklahoma. You can go to ultra4racing.com/live. Get on all the social medias, hit the share button, start a watch party, hashtag it up, follow at Mid-America on Instagram.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been telling everybody this morning. I'm like, hey, if you're at home, watch us, man. We're having a good time. I've enjoyed it the last couple of days. We've been here since Saturday. You actually probably been here longer than I have.
I've been here since Thursday.
So this has been a long week for us. Still a lot of cool stuff to go on, man. We had bull riding. We had concerts. Last night was a good one. We had a rock night, Puddle of Mud, Everclear, Saving Abel.
Yeah, and you guys did your motos?
Yeah, we had a freestyle moto show. We're going to have another one today.
Will that be here at the short course?
No, it'll actually be in the same spot up by the shop before we get kicked off tonight. Probably be right around dusk. So definitely come join us for that, and that's a fun time for sure.
There's a lot going on this week, and make sure you make it up to Vendor Village up there. We've got a lot of amazing partners out here on site. We have Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wrap, Moto Race Tire, the Offroad Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Belts, just to name a few. So please support who supports the sport. Without all these amazing partners, we would not be able to put on Visions here in Jay, Oklahoma at Mid-America Outdoors. And they raised, I think $50,000 to $60,000 for charity last night?
Big money. We were listening to that while we were getting set up, for the freestyle show, and I was amazed. I mean, that's awesome. But, I mean, the opportunity that was there, too, you get to go for a ride, right, with Dennis Anderson.
With Dennis Anderson.
Yeah, that's pretty
Had a fun chat with him last night. Had a few nice beverages. He poured me a couple of them.
Yeah, we had the same, too. As soon as we got done with the freestyle show, it was straight to the concert, and it's kind of hard, when you have a late evening like that. There's so much going on here. Obviously, it's hard to just go and kind of check out and get ready for the next day because you're going to miss out on something. But, we had a big morning this morning. We're here early. The weather's perfect, and we're about to get these the pro short course drivers underway. Division 1 coming up in just a few minutes.
It's been a great week thus far. I mean, we did the pit bikes. We had a rodeo. We had the 170s. I mean, and then the rock bouncers. 2 days in a row of rock bouncing. We still have the knockout the knockout Saturday morning, and then a downhill Barbie Jeep race, and then the monster trucks. I mean, Visions is where it's at.
Yeah, this is the place. I mean, this place will amaze you. For those of you at home that are tuning in, looking at this, I mean, there is so much here to offer, and we hope you guys are seeing it and getting ready to plan your trip to get out here and enjoy this property. Jason Robinette, all the team here, just absolutely amazing. Tons of amenities here at Mid-America. I mean,
yeah, it's so family friendly here. I mean, there's the bathhouses are amazing. You can do laundry. You can wash your UTV when you're done. You can wash your Jeep, and then the lazy river. I hung out in that yesterday afternoon.
Same.
It was awesome.
Yeah, we've done a few laps in the lazy river. It's definitely the place to be. It gets kind of hot here in the afternoon, so I was saying yesterday how refreshing it was for them to have that big 70,000 square foot water park for us to just hang out in. I mean, everything here. I mean, if you're ever thinking like, well, what is there to do for the kids? Let me answer that for you. Bring them to the pool. They've got playgrounds. I hear there's talks of putting in an RC track. Bunch of different cool splash pad things, but
remember, to get in the pool, you do have to be a camper here at MAO.
That was going to be my next thing. All the more reason to come and stay MAO is kind of a destination thing. You know, you want to come and stay. It's going to take you several days just to experience everything on this huge piece of property.
Yeah, I took the Jeep out a couple days ago and just kind of went on a roundabout and checked out across the road and everything. There's a lot of trails out here, and some of them are pretty steep.
Yeah, there's some heavy stuff for sure. We, you know, I haven't been too far back in the woods. Most of the time we come, it's more for the short course racing and stuff like that. But this is a crazy place. I mean, you race a lot of places, you know, and it's pretty flat, or it's you know, elevation that's built in artificially or something like that, but not here. One of the cool things you're going to see, and from this camera view right now, you're looking down the hill. The beginning of this thing it's like a roller coaster hills. I mean, these guys are G'ing out at the bottom of these hills at like 80 miles an hour plus.
And it's a land rush start,
Yeah.
so they'll be lined up 10 wide and just drop the flag and rock and roll.
Yep, that's exactly right. And this first section is going to be super fun to watch, that up and down. Big step up there at the top of the hill, and then you take it down the inside of the track, and it just really it gets good. There's a lot of good racing lines. There's some dual line sections that I think I pointed out to you and showed you when we were looking at the track during the 170s. The one thing that's going to be different is from the 170s. You know, the 170s ran a reduced course.
Yeah, this will be a full 2-mile short course with lots of jumps, lots of tabletops. The elevation change here is absolutely amazing here at Mid-America Outdoors.
Yeah, they got some cool different features in the track, too. So you got the spillway. That's pretty neat to jump down the
that's going to be a little
spillway.
sketchy. It's pretty steep and off-camber.
Yep, and you see that race line water truck out there slinging some water. One of the things about
One of the coolest water trucks I've seen.
it by far is, man, and that thing puts in so much work, especially out here. We'll probably be watering several times. The cool thing about the format we have today is it's going to give us time to like really prep the track and get it ready in between these big races, because these guys want it perfect. There's a lot of money on the line today.
There's $25,000 on the line, if I'm not mistaken.
You're exactly right, and that's why we see the names and the people that we have here today. And you know, all these pro classes were invitation only classes, right? So we brought the
you
best
know
of the
Miller
best.
brothers well?
I know them pretty decent. Yeah, these guys are absolutely incredible drivers. They've done some big things out there with you guys, too, with King of Hammers.
Yeah, Kyle Cheney is our current King of the Hammers winner for the UTV class.
He's here as well.
Yep, and he's racing in Moto 2. So we have 2 heats to start out the day. How many move into the main?
So basically your heat race is really what's going to that's for your gate pick. And what happens is when you move into the main, it's for all the biscuits right then.
So the main event will have 25 cars out on the track?
That's right.
That is going to be insane.
So it's going to be packed out there, but, man, it makes for some good racing. And, you know, when you move into that main event, one thing about it, it's not a 2-moto format today. So your first one is your heat race, right? Randomly, the computer's going to put these guys in the gate for their heat race. And then when we move into the main event, it will be based on where they finish in their races, right?
So what's the advantage on the gate pick? Inside, outside? Because you drop down the hill, then you go steep up, and then it's a hard left.
You know, I'd like to say that the inside line is pretty good, but in the past races here, you know, I've done just about every round of short course racing we've had here, and I've noticed that the outside line also is pretty good. It's kind of a way to avoid some of the madness that happens right in that first corner right there, and it allows some people, if you're looking at the top of the hill, to kind of blast through that corner on the outside, carry more speed, and really set themselves up with a really good drive going back down the hill and up, as you see up to the top there.
And I believe the Heat 1 and Heat 2 will be 5 laps. Does that sound right?
5 laps in the heats, and then when we go into the mains, it's going to be 7 laps. So adding a little bit, that's a lot. It actually 7 or 8 laps. I think in riders' meeting this morning they said 7 laps. So, but either way, it's a ton of racing. I mean, this is a long track. These guys are working super hard. So these are they're very strong athletes to come out here and do what they do in these temperatures in a car like that and wheel it around. In these, you know, in such an awesome track like this, it requires so much skill.
We also need to thank Dennis Anderson's Extreme Monster Truck Experience, Hammer King Productions, Ultra 4 Racing, National Rock Racing Association, Pro Rock Racing, and MAO Racing. These are some of our special partners that help put on this whole week. And Hammer King Productions will have a live drone up. We'll have 2 FPV drones. We have 3 cameras covering this 2-mile short course.
That's right. Look at that view. This is this is one of the most beautiful places I've ever been to, and you're seeing a lot of it right there. If you're at home watching this, This is an amazing place, man. It's so big and everything's worked so well. It's so nice. Like, this is a place that you can bring pretty much the whole entire family, and look at that. I mean, it just stretches forever. If you look far to the right there, that's where you're going to see a lot of the monster truck and mega truck action going on down there. And I hear there's supposed to be a world record attempt over there.
Oh, that's Saturday night. So up first is going to be the Pro Short Course. So these are turbo machines, correct? So it's basically unlimited horsepower, unlimited suspension. And I saw a lot of dirt tires out on these cars. So give us kind of a rundown on what these vehicles are.
So these are 1,000 cc, fully built. I mean, all these guys that are in pro, a lot of these guys are running some factory backing, and these cars are going to be, I mean, everything's built from the ground up. So these are very expensive machines. They're putting out a ton of power. You know, these guys are kind of going through some different things, trying to figure out the best tires to run out here. You'll see a lot of guys that are running more of like a Hoosier-style tire or a street tire-ish kind of tire.
Kind of like a round tire, it looks
like. Exactly. Because, you know, as the more you race on the track, you know, it's definitely going to get more blue-grooved, and it's going to, you know, be a lot more hard-packed. So they go to a tire like that. One of the things out here that you'll see is, you know, we've had a ton of rain out here on the track. So there's been a lot of runoff in the track. The track is down in what used to be an old ski lake.
Yeah, a 42-acre ski lake just a year ago, and then they blew out the dam, and this place is amazing. I just keep looking everywhere, and the whole crew is doing an amazing job. Jason Robinette put on together an amazing team, and they're making it happen here at Mid-America Outdoors.
Yeah, absolutely. And, you know, the thing about all that rain that came in, because this thing used to be a lake, and as you see, we're down in, you know, a valley right here, a lot of the runoff, we end up with a lot of rocks after the rain. So the track crew has been working nonstop trying to get that cleared off. You know, we had practice this morning. That was pretty good. But I've seen a lot of these guys coming out earlier, and they were trying to figure out the best tire to run. I saw a lot of flats after practice. So they're gonna work through those kinks and figure out the right setup. For the new guys that have never been here, there's some other things too. You know, with this major G-out spots at the beginning of the track here where they're going down and up these hills, you know, one of the things that they've done in the past is had to really stiffen up the suspension.
Stiffen up the suspension to make it take that little G-force a little easier.
Absolutely. So we'll see, you know, if this is if there's some guy, and there is some guys that are here for the first time. They got some track time in this morning. A lot of these pro guys that are here, even though this is their first time here at the track, you know, I've seen them out here before, scoping things out and kind of getting the lay of the land. So when they do come up, I think, you know, they knew this Visions thing was on the horizon, and now here we are. And like I said, there's big money out there. I mean, these guys are
$25,000 the next few days is getting passed out. Just absolutely amazing.
It's been the theme for everything, though.
Yeah.
Pit bikes, biggest money that I know of ever in a pit bike race.
And now we have a downhill Barbie Jeep.
Yeah.
Into a slip and slide, into a pond.
Yep.
That's going to be Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m.
There is so much going on here. So much to check out, too, if you haven't been up yet. You know, the Mid-America Outdoors Pro Shop out at the front, that place is absolutely amazing.
And I've eaten at their general store a few times. They've got amazing food here right on site. Like you said, back to that, they've got absolutely everything. You know, just outside of Jay, Oklahoma. The population here is only 2,500 people. Elevation is about 1,000 feet. We're just down the road from Grand Lake that's in the foothills of the Ozark Mountain Range and covers 46,000 acres of water.
Yeah, that's a beautiful lake, and this whole area is just an amazing area. And Jason Robinette, you know, he's doing big things for his community here, and you know, I've witnessed some things that he's done for the local fire department with everybody donating a side-by-side. I mean, what he's doing is absolutely just, you know, I mean, we have to applaud that guy.
He was matching all the donations last night. I mean, he's just here to give back to the community. It's absolutely phenomenal what Jason Robinette and his whole team does.
Yeah, I ran into him on my way back to the cabin last night. It almost became a late night, but luckily I saw him, and he kind of nudged me in the right direction, you know, for this morning. But when I saw Jason, he was just absolutely stoked on how, you know, the whole night had gone. Last night's concerts, Rocket Man, the freestyle show.
Yeah, the cannon, I forgot about that. They shot him out of the cannon multiple times.
I'm not going to lie, we came up with a really, really great idea for the Rocket Man.
Is that you getting in there?
No, absolutely not. We talked about Joey from Pro Rock. We thought that would be pretty good, but yeah, you know, still not. But how funny would it be if they started that show with a dummy in the cannon and shot him like a mile down the road, and everybody thinks the Rocket Man is gone?
that would be pretty wild to watch.
And then Rocket Man just kind of walks up like, hey, what's up, guys? What are you guys up to? But yeah, they got a lot of cool stuff. They're getting the track all prepped and ready. Here in a minute, you know, we'll get these guys out here and get them loaded up and ready. This is a big race coming up. If you guys are at home watching, This is a good one. You guys should be super excited for this. I know I'm pumped. I've been doing a lot of this. Miles, I know you've been doing a lot, but for me, this is kind of what I've looked the most forward to all week long.
Yeah, I mean, today's going to be a lot of racing. There's going to be multiple races out here. We got a couple heats, a lot of mains. It's going to be a great, great day of racing. And then tomorrow it's Ultra 4 racing. You haven't been around that much, but it's going to be a lot of fun to watch those. And we added a mile out back. There's going to be a drag race across the field, into the woods, down a little creek bank, and back around up above the mega truck down there in Thunder Alley. It's going to be wild.
I'm excited. Yeah, I got to do some fun stuff with Joey and the mega trucks and stuff, but I've never done any Ultra 4 stuff, so I'm super excited to get to hang out and chat it up with you and learn some things, you know. So
absolutely, Matt. It's been a pleasure working with you. I've enjoyed every bit of it, and I can't wait to get this going. We're just a few minutes away from going live racing. Had a little bit of hiccup, but we're working through it.
Check out that pool right there. If you're at home watching right now, look at that. So that's the Lazy River right there. If you're looking for me at about 5 o'clock today, I'll be floating right there. Come see us. We're getting some special visits from fans down here.
Got lots of good guys. Oh, James Cantrell finally showed up. Is the car ready yet? He's still got to go work on it. Yeah, so tomorrow we'll have the 4,400 Unlimited cars and the UTV endurance race. So we'll have 2 separate races tomorrow.
That's cool. And the endurance, how long is that endurance race?
I believe it's an hour and a half.
Hour and a half. It's a long time.
So is that going to be 10 or 12 laps?
I would assume so. Like, I'm not exactly sure what that course layout's going to be, but typically they use some of the short course. And
yeah, we'll use all of it except for the spillway section. Okay. We'll jump up right up by the rock shootout.
Yep.
And then we'll drop back in just on the other side of the spillway.
I like it. Lots of stuff still to go. I'm very lucky. I talked to my wife this morning. I haven't seen her in 7 days because I'm out here playing in the dirt. And told her, I was like, hey, I think I might stay an extra day and do some other stuff with Miles. And she said, oh, that's fine. You go right ahead. So big shout out to all wives for being cool about all this
Bailey's
stuff.
Been taking care of the girls for me. I got Jade and Ella back home, and it's a lot of fun being here, and I'm loving every second of it, but it's good to go home.
Yeah, exactly. I've got a 2-year-old little man at home, Ryder Hayes, and I'm going to bring him up here soon. I'm after the youth racing the other day in the 170s, I was just like, I got to buy a 170. I got to get him ready, get him out here racing and enjoying this. He's already a super fan of being outdoors and in the dirt, but we got to get him some horsepower. Getting all this track work done, getting the track all lined out. We're getting all of our track staff, medical crew, everybody in position out there. This thing's huge, and so it takes a lot of people. We got to get them in the right area. So we have to get everybody in the right area, and then we'll get this racing going. So while we're sitting here, one thing I want to say also is, man, big shout out to the medical staff, the track crew, our starting line officials, scoring officials.
There's a lot of volunteers helping put this on as well.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you'll see right there up at the top of the hill, cars are starting to line in. This is a crazy start. We keep talking about this first section of the track and the hills and everything. These guys are literally launching straight down a hill. So as you see them line up right there.
That camera doesn't do justice. That's at a super steep hill heading down. And there's going to be a lot of Can-Ams, a lot of Yamahas, a lot of Polaris Razors in this class. It's going to be a fast run.
Yeah, this is like I said, this first class is going to be a good one. You can see some heavy hitters there lining up. Wade Good, Kobe Caraway, Scotty Lawrence, Miles Cheek, Scott Champion, Hunter Davidson, William Thomas, Ray Barnes, Shane Paxton, and Devin Young.
We saw Scott Champion last night on his dirt bike doing a little freestyle. He's been busy this week.
He's like an Iron Man. I mean, I'm pretty sure he turned in like 300 laps on the pit bike track the other day. He raced every class there was, took home some money there, then did a freestyle show. Has done a freestyle show every day that we've been here. He's going to do this race today, and more than likely will be jumping in the freestyle show tonight again.
That guy's a wild man. And on the inside lane, there's the 492 of William Thomas out of Lowell, Arkansas.
Yeah, this is going to be a good one, folks. And also, you guys can listen to us. We're on 97.7 if you're here in the pits or you want to hear us in the trailers or whatever. Tune that in. But right now, if you can hear our voices or you're at home on this live stream, this is where it's at right here. This is the Pro Short Course Division I race. So get ready, get your cameras out, get stoked. It's about to go down with some of the fastest guys you'll ever see in these short course cars.
This is going to be Heat 1 out of 2, and they all advance to the main. We'll have 25 cars battling for a lot of money on the line today.
Yeah, it's going to be, it's definitely big money, and everybody's going to be trying to do what they can do. Like I said, this first one in Division 1 and Division 2 of your heat races really are going to dictate where you can come back and line up on the starting gate, as you see right there. So that's the thing, right? So you want to do good so you can get a great starting position for the main. You want to be on the front row for the main.
Yeah, because there'll be two rows, I believe. Maybe even a third one.
Maybe even a third row, depending. So, because, what we're seeing, too, out here is, and we've already seen it this morning, we started this field this morning with quite a few more drivers. Some of the guys came out, ran super hard in practice, have already had some car issues. We lost a couple drivers, unfortunately. But, this is a stacked field. So, no one can really sit back and go, oh, well, we lost 2 guys, or feel any better about that.
So if I'm doing my math correctly, you probably want to finish in the top 5 to get on the front row, because the top 5 out of Heat 1 and the top 5 out of the Heat 2 will probably be on that front row.
Exactly, yeah. You definitely want to do it, and they will go by division times, since it's Division 1, Division 2 to get in there. So, and we've got that up.
And we are live racing. We have Wade Good, Kobe Caraway, Scotty Lawrence, Miles Cheek, Scott Champion, Hunter Davidson, William Thomas, Ray Barnes, Shane Paxson, and Devin Young out on course.
Around that first corner through the roller coaster section of the hills right there, you'll see them. They come up over that big tabletop, all stacked in.
They are getting completely slideways right there. That's the number 21.
It looks like we might have had a little change up there from one division to the next.
That's Kaden Baker?
That's Kaden Baker. And listen to this. Let me tell you a quick story about that 21 of Kaden Baker. He is up there duking it out right now with a broken foot. Looks like Cody Martin's made the move to get around him, but he's duking it out with a broken foot and driving with a handbrake right now in that car and running in the top 3 for the big money, as we see. Cody Martin trying to check out, get that clean air, and stay out of the dust.
And look how amazing this track is shaking up, those huge tabletops. This is a 2-mile short course. They'll be running 5 full laps, and it's with some action. Again, a huge shout-out to Hammer King Productions for having 3 live drones, 3 cameras, and bringing it to you. Ultra4Racing.com/live.
Yeah, this is literally the best. If you're at home right now, you have the best view to watch this. We got a good spot, too, but right now you're seeing those guys come around, make their way back into the track. They're going to go over this little speed jump right there on hang a left, and then all of a sudden come.
And then there's a split lane coming up.
Dual line section. That's what I was about to say. That's about to kick off right here.
Looks like the inside lane's the most popular one.
Cody Martin on the gas right there. That's not Cody Martin. That's the 979. That's Devin Young.
Out of Hollister, Missouri.
Going down through that spillway, you see your first and second place drivers back around the back section, around that sweeper corner. That's a little bit tighter sweeper corner than on the other end of the track.
There are so many turns, so many jumps. This is an absolutely amazing short course. This could be one of the best courses in the nation.
I truthfully believe it ranks up there, if not the best. And here we come right here as our leaders come around. Devin Young still holding on. Cody Martin right behind him.
Devin Young and Cody Martin out front.
There you see the 21.
And it is loud down here. This is an amazing spot to watch. If you're anywhere in the area, come on down. There's lots of room down here, and this is racing at its finest, Matt.
It is for sure, and I'm telling you right now, there's some hardcore racing going on. As you see right there on the live feed, you got Devin Young sending it over the tabletop. Cody Martin close on his tail. Kaden Baker in that 3rd spot. And then you've got Scott Champion, the freestyle motocross rider, supercross rider. Legend right there out on the track. Hunter Miller, also a super heavy hitter in that 5th spot. Lurking.
Hunter Miller.
Trying to get around Scott Champion out there.
So out front is Devin Young, then Cody Martin, Kaden Baker, Scott Champion, Hunter Miller, Kobe Caraway, William Thomas, Paul Wolf, Hunter Davidson, and Wade Good. I believe Paul Wolf has an on-car or an in-car camera with him.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now, Devin Young, he's got his work cut out for him. Cody Martin is only about a second and a half off his tail. And one thing about racing out here, I tell you, you race all the way to the finish every race because anything can happen, and you can make the slightest bobble, and that dude in second place is ready to capitalize on that for sure.
And it looks like number 1 and 2 is still Devin Young, and Cody Martin starting to pull away just a little bit from the rest of the pack.
Looks like Kaden Baker still holding on to that third spot. You got a cool view right there coming up. Over and into the spillway. These guys are flying into that concrete spillway right there.
I mean, they're launching halfway down it. These guys are really moving.
Still super tight in the back of the pack, too. These guys are still duking it out. Like we said, they are racing for a good pick in their gate pick for the main.
Yeah, this is a practice at its finest. They're getting the lay of the land, getting the feel of the car, and they are moving out. Getting a little hang time.
Leaders coming around. 979 Devin Young out in front. 15 of Cody Martin still lurking in that second position. Cody Martin won a few races out here in the past. I've got to see some of that action. We'll see him right now. Blasting back down the hill through that roller coaster section of hills. Look at that big jump right there. Right in front of the spectators area.
So out front it's still Devin Young, Cody Martin, Kaden Baker, Scott Champion, Hunter Miller, Cody Calloway, Paul Wolf still moving out.
Super impressive. You know, when you look at the drivers that are in these heats, you're seeing a bunch of people that are all in their 30s, late 20s, things like that. And you got Kaden Baker, 13 years old.
And we got one upside down right in front of us.
Oh, I'm kind of worried. That looks like that might be Scott Champion. That's going to be the 184 Scott Champion coming down that hill super fast. Ended up upside down there at the bottom of the hill. That's unfortunate for Scott. He's going to definitely wish he could have got that one back.
It's missing a front wheel from my vantage point.
Didn't see exactly what happened. Maybe we'll get a replay if they have one of that. But that was very unfortunate. No one wants to see anybody flip over. We hope Scott's okay. The medical staff and everyone is over there to make sure he is good to go. Back out on the track, Devin Young still leading the charge. Cody Martin in the second spot, Kaden Baker in third. And I think that's going to allow Hunter Miller to move up into that fourth position now that, unfortunately Scott's rolled over.
Well, Matt, we've got an amazing race on our hands as we speak. There's a great shot of that split line. You can go inside or outside.
We hear clapping, so it sounds like Scott Champion's out of the car. Everything's good. Can't see it. We got a ton of fans over here cheering him on, so hopefully everything is good to go with Scotty there. See the drivers coming down that spillway with that FPV drone.
Yeah, thumbs up from Scotty Champion. He is okay, but the left front tire is completely off the vehicle.
You know what? That's that Crown Racing team, Ryan Tewksbury's team. They got a great crew. I have no doubt they'll get that car fixed, and Scotty will be dicing it up. But that's definitely going to be a bummer for him. I know he wants to make that money.
Yeah, he'll be taking a rear start, but this is a physical finish race, so he's still got a shot at it.
That's right. No, nothing to worry about there for sure.
There's a single seat car. I believe that was Hunter Miller on screen just a moment ago.
Devin Young still leading it. Cody Martin in second. Kaden Baker in third.
There's action everywhere we look. So I do apologize when we miss up on a couple things. We are doing our absolute best to give you this amazing short course racing here at Mid-America Outdoors during Visions Week.
979 Devin Young, you see him on screen right there, just laying down the smoothest lines possible, hitting his marks in the corners, carrying a ton of speed.
That Yamaha's out front looking good with a commanding lead.
Yeah, he's on the gas, that's for sure. And it's crazy. You can definitely hear the difference between these Yamahas and some of these Polarises and these Can-Ams. They sound so different on the track, but where we're sitting, it is so loud. There's times where I'm talking to you, I can't even hear myself.
Yeah, I was looking at your lips to see if you were even talking, so if we do speak over each other, I do apologize. We are doing our best, but we are having fun doing it.
That's right. And we hope you're enjoying this amazing live feed of this race right now at home. We also hope that if you're up in the pits and you're listening to us, you're tuned into 97.7 so you can hear all the action that we're calling. But definitely tune in to the live feed. The live feed is going to give you so much more we can tell you on the radio. I mean, this is perfect. This is like watching it at home.
Yeah, this is amazing what the Hammer King production crew has brought to the table here for Visions Week. We will be live all day long for short course, and then tomorrow it's Ultra 4 racing at its finest.
You see that 979 just absolutely firing down that back section of the track, hitting that tabletop, going into the spillway.
Yeah, Devin Young really looking good, pulling away with this race. But remember, to finish first you must finish. Every corner, it has a danger added to it.
Yeah, we're probably a little more than halfway through here, and Devin Young looking like he's probably, if he can keep it upright and keep it off the roof, he's going to make this happen. But Devin doing it for Yamaha of Harrison, DY7 Motorsports, Young Glass, Lakeside Tire and Wheel, and Weller Racing. See Devin Young right there, that 979 on.
And Matt, the white flag is out.
Yeah,
there
the
on
white
their
flag.
Fifth and final lap.
This is where you got to do it. If you want to make any last-minute moves, you got to make it happen on this last lap. And it's a big course, so there's still a lot of racing.
So it's Devin Young, then Cody Martin are the only two out. Is it going to be Kaden Baker or Hunter Young? It is Kaden Baker still in that third position.
Yeah, and just to mention this really fast, Devin Young up front right now running a 2:24.9. Your second place driver, Cody Martin, running a 2:29.4. So basically a little flip-flopping of numbers there, but Devin's got some lines. He's throwing down some heaters right now.
Yeah, about 2:24 is about the fastest lap we just throw down. But yeah, Devin Young out front owning this race. What's the top speed they're getting at here? They're kissing 60, 70 mile an hour, aren't they?
Easy. I would say coming down through this roller coaster hill section on the start, probably the biggest speed you'll see other than maybe the back straight right here coming to the table for the spillway. These guys are probably hitting close to the 70, 75 range, I would say, at certain sections of the track. So they're absolutely out there flying. These cars make a ton of power, and, you know, they put in so much work.
I mean, yeah, they're over 200 horsepower. They're four-wheel drive. These things are amazing works of machine.
They absolutely are.
Out front is a Yamaha.
Yeah, you got Devin Young out front on the Yamaha. Cody Martin in that second spot. Kaden Baker in that Polaris. I mean, that's a story in itself. Running in the third position, running a handbrake with a broken foot.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. There's a great shot of Devin Young on screen as we speak.
Devin Young cruising right now. If he can get through these last couple of corners, only two left. One tabletop, two corners, and Devin Young's going to take the win in this Pro Short Course Division I race. There it is.
Devin Young launches the G-Force launch.
Coming
One more turn to
around.
go, and this is Devin Young's race, and he knows it.
Cruising through the finish line right there. He's got to be pumped on that. That's going to give him an amazing gate pick going into that main,
Yep.
for sure.
So the checkered flag is out. Devin Young gets the win for Heat 1. And he had a pretty good lead by the end. Up in the second place goes to Cody Martin. It's still going to be a battle all the way to the finish line.
We got some big changes in positions right here. Like I said, always race to the finish. Looks like Kobe Caraway moves up into the third spot. Hunter Miller in that fourth position. Hunter Davidson in the fifth spot. Kaden Baker dropping way back. Might have had some car problems or something like that.
I heard
but still
somebody
super
just now
impressive.
spitting and sputtering as they make their way through.
Got to give it up, though. Devin Young out of Hollister, Missouri, doing it for Yamaha Harrison, DY7 Motorsports, Young's Glass, Lakeside Tire and Wheel, and Weller Racing. In that second position, Cody Martin out of Collierville, Tennessee. Cody Martin doing it for Jamie Hard, Dirt Monkey Performance, Wayland Speed, Stillwater Power Sports, D&M Racing, Raceline Wheels, Maxxis Tires, Hypercoil Springs, All Trailer Services, and Paget Racing. And in that third spot, Kobe Caraway, Texas boy out of Blue Ridge, Texas, DFW ATV CNC Concrete LLC, The Bearded Stitch, Can-Am, Skinny Pedal Works, S3 Power Sports, HMF, Maxis, Graphics Guys, Raceline Wheels, PPEI, and TX Area Tech.
Well, Heat 1 was a lot of action. We did see Scotty Champion take a pretty good tumble, so tough break for him, but hopefully they can get that car back together and out for the main event.
Yeah, no doubt. Scotty's got to be bummed about that. That's definitely not what he wanted. Scotty, one of my best buds. We've been here pretty much the whole time together, and he's been so pumped on today, so I know he's definitely not stoked that that's the way that went down. But you know what? He's a racer. He's been there. He's going to regroup, and he'll be back out here. Like I said, he's got a great team with that Crown Racing team. So I'm sure Ryan Tewksbury and the crew got him over there right now, and they're trying to get that thing all fixed and ready to go.
So heat number 2 will be coming up here very shortly. We saw Hunter Miller out just now, so my sheet's just a tick off, but we should have Cody Miller out there. We should have Kyle Cheney, Cash LaCroix's racing, Gage Hughes, Jamie McCoy. I believe we'll have an in-car with Jamie McCoy. We just saw the in-car with Paul Wolf.
There you see it right there. We got the coolest angles for this. For everybody at home, I mean, look at this. You're lining up right now on top of the hill in the car. In just a second, I really hope they leave it on this in-car view for the start so you can see really how gnarly that start is.
Yeah, and like I said, I believe that's Jamie McCoy. He's an Ultra 4 racer, but this guy is fast. He's a Can-Am factory back driver.
You know what's crazy is I'm looking at this Division II race lineup, and Cash LaCroix, 12 years old.
Yeah, we saw him doing the rock bouncing in the UTV and a rock bouncer the last couple days, and now he's racing short course today, and he'll be doing the endurance race tomorrow at 12 years old. That guy's an animal.
Man, he just dethroned Kaden as the youngest man in the field for sure. You see the cart there going up to the top of the hill. That's kind of the delay we got. We got to get all these cars off the track and get it all cleared. Safety, top priority out here at Mid-America Outdoors. We want to make sure these racers are having the best time, the safest time, and going as fast as they possibly can. But look at that view. I mean, seriously, look at that. You can kind of tell right there how steep that is.
Yeah, that's a 100-foot drop right up the next hill. That's another 100 feet, super steep. And then a hard left, down a hill, up a hill. I mean, the elevation here is absolutely amazing here at Mid-America Outdoors in Jay, Oklahoma.
Yeah, I rode my pit bike through that first whole section of the track one time just to see what it was like, and it's pretty crazy. I was on the brakes the whole time. It was just sliding down the hills. It's so steep there, and you know what? These guys are doing the absolute opposite. They're about to do it right now, as you see, and you will see here in just a second. They're going to hammer that pedal to the floor and go down that hill as fast as they possibly can and up that other side. It's crazy. You know, these guys are out there. Some of these guys, if you're not getting up front, you're taking a mean roost all the way to that first and second corner.
There's a great shot of Jamie McCoy. You should be. Why aren't you riding with him? That car's way faster. So we got John Arnold over here. You normally riding with Jamie McCoy. What's going through his head right now?
This short course stuff is kind of new. He's a motocross background guy. He's pretty quick, but we just got to get him following that speed, man. He's got to, stay on the outside of, the corners and carry the momentum, not dive in on the brakes. So this will be a good little test for him here, so he can get a little practice for the main. And then he'll be racing with us with Ultra 4 Racing tomorrow as well, correct? Yeah, I think we may even run this short course car in the Ultra 4. Put some bigger tires on it and go get some.
It's going to be fun. Well, John, always a pleasure to talk to you, buddy. So there's the in-car. I believe that's with Jamie McCoy as we speak. Getting a little rundown on what's going to happen. How cool is it to have an on-car camera, Matt?
It's pretty awesome. Like I said, I've done all of the short course rounds. Vision stands out above it all. So many things that we haven't had. This live feed, all these camera angles, the drones. We typically have the guys out here running, some drones. We've done some live feed stuff, but this is next level stuff, what you guys are doing right here. Production team, hats off to you guys for sure.
Yeah, we have 2 FPV drones. We have a high and wide Hammer King Productions drone. Then we got 3 cameras, one with a long lens on the back stretch.
Yeah, don't forget.
Different angles all over the course.
Ultra4racing.com/live. That's where you can watch all this action. If you're sitting here hanging out, you want to tell someone at home, or you hear me on the radio in the pits, tune in, watch it all right now. Division II about to get started in this pro short course.
Yeah, go to the King of the Hammers Facebook page, start a watch party. Hit the share button. Again, we need to give a huge shout out to Fuelworks, Maxxis, Evolution Power Sports, Gates, HMF, Oklahoma Ford Dealers, Raceline Wheels, Rugged Radios, Texas Motorworks, 360 Wraps, Moto Race Tires, Off-Road Syndicate, Rigid, and Ultimax Belts. So please support who supports the sport. Without these amazing partners, we would not be racing here at Visions at Mid-America Outdoors.
That's right. Go follow all those brands on social media. They're the best products that you can get. That's why they're here. That's why they're a part of Visions and everything that goes on out here at Mid-America Outdoors for sure. So only the best of the best for everybody that shows up here and hangs out. We thank you all for coming. We thank you all for tuning in at home. But right now, man, we're almost ready to go, and I'm kind of sitting here shaking, waiting for these guys to take off.
This is Heat 2 for the Pro Turbos on this 2-mile short course here at Mid-America Outdoors that spreads over 1,500 acres. This place is absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah, you'll see our starting line official heading down the line right now, giving them the thumbs up. We're good. We're about to get some action. Here we go. Watch that. You're about to see that 71 car. There it is.
And the green flag has dropped. Here's on car.
On board. Look at that. Look at all of that. What a view. You can see these guys going through those first section of hills right there, sending it at the top right there, making that left, coming back down.
So the 191, I believe that's Miller. We've got some fast cars out on course as we speak. No, sorry, that was Kyle Cheney, the 191. So
yeah,
Kyle Cheney in second position.
Yeah, these guys are stacked in tight too. Look at that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 6th place, all bunched up. Look at that in-car view right there, coming around through that corner, taking some roost right there. We got a couple guys down right there going down the hill. Oh, we got some moves being made in the back section of the course there. We hope we can get a camera angle back there.
It is pretty slick out on the course.
Our leaders 1 and 2 side by side through the sweeper in the back. You see them right there dicing it up. Second place trying to stick a wheel in there on that first place driver. Any spot that he can. Big money on the line. These guys are laying it all out there. They're not holding back one bit.
There's over $25,000 on the line today.
Here they come into that dual line section, and then they're going to be on the gas as hard as they can into this tabletop. After that tabletop, they go into the spillway jump.
So 3 Can-Ams out front, and in 4th position is Cash LaCroix. Got a little smoke puffing on the back of his car.
12 years old. I mean, come on, battling it out with the big dogs right now on the track. That's impressive.
Getting ready to hit the G-Force launch. There's Kyle Cheney, our race leader of heat number 2 in the Pro Turbo UTV class. Right behind him is number 26, Scotty Lawrence. So it is Kyle Cheney 1, Scotty Lawrence 2, and Cody Miller in that 3rd position. Then it's Ray Barnes, Derek Tidd.
Yeah, these guys are battling it up there at the front. I know I got to talk to Kyle Cheney. He's done a bunch of races so far this season. Had, tons of little issues, little things that have held him back. But, he is looking fast and smooth out there right now. So,
and he just won King of the Hammers earlier this year, so this guy can rock crawl. He can short course. Kyle Cheney can do it all.
Yeah, he's an amazing, amazing driver. So is Scotty Lawrence right behind him. Scotty Lawrence done some different aspects of off-road racing. And then you've got Cody Miller, the madman himself, also a heavy hitter, done some King of Hammers stuff, won some big, big races. Him and his brother Hunter coming out and getting it on with the big dogs out here at Mid-America.
So the Can-Ams are looking strong out front, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd position with Kyle Cheney, Scotty Lawrence, Cody Miller, Ray Barnes, Derek Tidd, Gage Hughes, Jamie McCoy, and Shane Paxton.
Yeah, you see those guys right now, that 71, looking like having an issue, may have a flat tire or something there, can't tell.
So that is Jamie McCoy on screen. I think him and Cash LaCroix may have got a little tangled up on the spillway section.
That's what we're hearing. You see the guys coming around the back section of the track. There's a big step up back there by that lake. And then you see them making their entrance back into the main course. Over that little speed check right there. They're going to be hard on it right here into this dual line section. So you can go inside or outside.
This split lane is a pretty cool principle. And if it was me racing, I'd take whatever, if I was in second position, I would take whichever line the other person didn't take.
Absolutely. The difference really, though, is going to be that the jumps are a little bit different in the lines, right? So you want to stay low. You want to keep your wheels and tires on the ground because that's where you're making the most power. But you see us right there. These guys blasting in that spillway down on the bottom.
On screen, we just passed. That was Cash LaCroix. He is out of the car, so not sure what happened, but tough break for Cash LaCroix. Hopefully he can get that car back together and in the main event. This is heat number 2 for the Pro Turbo UTV class. And it's still Kyle Cheney out front.
Looks like
Scotty Lawrence is still...
That looks like Cody Miller's made the move, and now Cody Miller's right behind him. Nope.
So first across the line is Kyle Cheney, then Scotty Lawrence, then Cody Miller.
Kyle Cheney is still leading the way. No changes there.
And then Cody Miller in third position, then it's Ray Barnes.
You know what? That second and third spot is going to be the race right there. It looks like Kyle Cheney's really kind of put a little bit of gap on him. But if we can get our camera pan back into that second, those gaps are super tight. I mean, these guys are literally right on top of each other.
And Cody Miller is launching over the G-Force.
Yeah, there you see that angle right there with those two guys just duking it out. They're going up the hill right now. Kyle Cheney still smooth, but look at Cody Miller right there going inside, trying to stick a wheel in on your second place driver. Not able to make it happen, but I can tell you there's sections of the track that watching right here we can see. Look at Cody. Super fast. Those guys going straight through that outside section there.
They will be racing 5 laps on this 2-mile short course here at Mid-America Outdoors.
I'm telling you right now, look at them side by side going into that back sweeper. Cody Miller going to have the inside line. Not able to make it happen. Scotty Lawrence
closes the door on Cody Miller.
Up the step up and back around that corner. They're going to come back into the track. Cody's going to have to tighten it up some. He's going to be running out of time.
I think Cody's playing the mental game. He knows he still has a couple laps. He knows which corners he's a little bit quicker on, so he's just kind of being patient, getting ready to make his move.
You know, and this is Cody's first time here. Scotty's been here before. He's ran this track. He knows the lines. So, you know, the other thing, it may be a little bit of strategy, too. Cody Miller may be settling in and saying, you know what, I finish in third, I see some lines, I figure out the course, I come back in the main, and I'm strong.
Yeah, you got to keep the car together, too, because this is just your heat. You know, this is heat number 2. They'll be racing in the main event, and they'll be doing 7 or 8 laps in that one. That's going to be pretty fun to watch.
Even more, yeah, for sure. That's going to be a lot.
But Kyle Cheney starting to pull away just a little bit with a commanding lead. But remember to finish first you must finish. During the main event, we'll have 20 cars out on this course. That'll be absolutely amazing.
There you see the 191 of Kyle Cheney.
Kyle Cheney finishing his 3rd lap with a 2:22 lap time. He's got his rhythm.
I'm pretty sure that 2:22 lap time is the fastest lap we've seen on the track so far today.
And Cody Miller does get the pass over Scotty Lawrence.
Yeah, Cody is just such a fast driver. Yeah, we knew he was going to do that. He was just kind of lurking, waiting for that right moment. We saw him lay back a little bit and then make a really hard drive. So there he is, moved into that second position.
So we'll run over the top view again. It's Kyle Cheney out front, then Cody Miller, Scotty Lawrence, then Ray Barnes, Gage Hughes, and Jamie McCoy.
You know, just looking, I see Scotty Lawrence coming by right now. Looks like he's going to have a back right rear tire flat. That's going to be why Cody Miller was able to get around him. And we talked about this earlier. You know, tire choice is, you know, it's everything right now because, you know, you see a lot of these guys right now out there with flats. You know, we've got some of the best tire sponsors out here. You got Maxxis, you got MRT, you got all these great
Motor Race Tires.
Motor Race Tire, everybody out here. So these guys are going to probably make some changes. You know, the track's only going to get better because the more people more times they run and laps cut, you know, you're going to get some of these rocks and stuff out of there, so you won't get as many flats.
And what kind of tire pressure they run? I would guess around 20 psi.
Yeah, it varies. I think every driver has, you know, kind of their own personal
their
preference.
happy number.
You know, but I definitely heard earlier in drivers' meeting that drivers were pumping them up a little bit more for this race. That's everybody's got their own strategy, so, we'll see. And I know every tire is different too, so they got their own thing there. But that 979 Devin Young is absolutely on the gas.
That is Kyle Cheney out front.
Kyle Cheney.
That was our last race, Matt.
My bad. Sorry.
All these names start running together.
Hey, we've been here for like 6 days so far, talking on the mic every day. So if I mess it up, I apologize. But you know what? It's a blast, and we're having fun. But
I hope you guys here on site and all over the world are having as much fun as we are. Again, I am Miles Hasquist alongside Matt Edmondson calling all the action. This is heat number 2.
Yeah, and I'm telling you right now,
Pro Turbo class.
I'm telling you right now, Kyle Cheney putting on an impressive show. But he has 0 sponsors listed, but I know whoever they are going to be happy, and that's for sure.
And the white flag is out for Mr. Kyle Cheney.
One last lap. Time to make it happen. See that drone view there, following those drivers up on top of the hill. They're going to blast back down. And if you look right behind in the live feed, you see right there, it's kind of cool. That's going to be the Barbie Downhill Jeep course. And that is going to be something to see.
Yeah, that'll be Saturday afternoon, 2 p.m. A lot of fun going all week long during Visions Week here at the Mid-America Outdoor Off-Road Park. This place is amazing. But out front is still Kyle Cheney. Then closely behind him is Cody Miller. Can-Am teammates. We have Ray Barnes, Scotty Lawrence, Gage Hughes, and Jamie McCoy all out on their 5th and final lap for heat number 2.
Yeah, they're going to run it all the way out to the end. I'm sitting here right now watching this amazing drone view.
All of our camera crew, all of our drone pilots are absolutely amazing for bringing you this live action. It's just really stepping up the game. These FPV drones are really cool, getting in there really tight.
Yeah, no doubt. And we're looking at just some smooth lines right there. Kyle Cheney clicking them off. He's going to run this thing all the way to the finish, it looks like. And I know he's going to be stoked about that. It's also Kyle's first time here. So, short amount of time for a lot of these guys on track, but him and Cody look solid.
And that just goes to show how good these drivers are for your first time ever come to a track, a little bit of practice, and just laying it all out there.
Yeah,
you can start to get in a pretty good rhythm now.
Yeah, Kyle's got his lines dialed. He knows what he needs to do. He's got some good time on the track. We like to say he's been out. He's got some data. He's figured out some stuff. He knows what he's going to come back and do. I bet he's got a really good idea of what gate pick he already wants in that main, too. Big money on the line. I mean, these guys are out here risking it for the biscuit, as we call it. They're trying to make that money, that's for sure.
So Kyle Cheney is getting ready to get the checkered flag. And there he goes, Kyle Cheney through the MRT start-finish line.
Yeah, Kyle Cheney looking nice and smooth. He's going to be definitely one to beat. We saw Kyle turn a 2:22 lap time, fastest that I've seen all day on the track. So we'll see what he can do in the main.
And Cody Miller getting that second position, and I believe it's going to be Ray Barnes. Yes, it is. So top 3, Kyle Cheney, Cody Miller, and then Ray Barnes.
Yeah, Ray Barnes, actually from right down the road, Tahlequah, Oklahoma, doing it for Stillwater Power Sports, MRT Tire, Muscle Wheel, Gone Broke Racing, Neo Diesel Service.
Fourth position goes to Gage Hughes.
In that 5th spot, Scotty Lawrence limping it in. Scotty trying to bounce back. I think we saw him have a flat out there. He was running up pretty strong in the front. Unfortunately, those things happened. We saw Scott Champion roll over. We saw Scotty Lawrence get a flat. But you know what? These are athletes. They're racers. They're going to go regroup. We're going to get ready to go because that was your pro short course Division I and Division II races. Now we're going to take a brief break. They're going to work on the track a little bit and make sure it's completely dialed because when we come back, it's going to be main event time.
And they'll be doing 7 full laps. So that's 14 miles of some of the best short court action you can get. It's going to be absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to see that race.
Yeah, and once again, I want to reiterate how gnarly this main is going to get, because you got all these guys out here and you got a lot of money, and that's what they all want. No matter which one, no matter which row, they're all trying to get to the front and take home some of that money. So this is going to be a heck of a one to watch. You see the rig right there taking one of the cars off that had some issues. But here just in a few minutes, we're going to get the track prepped, get everything going. If you're out here hanging out, now's the time. Go check out some of the food court. Go check out the MAO home kitchen at the general store up there. They got some goods for you, too.
And that right on screen is Cash LaCroix's car. So tough break for him. Not quite sure what happened. Hopefully he can get the car back in action. He's been racing the Rock Bouncer event with us. Racing today's. And then he'll also be racing tomorrow during the 4400 the Ultra 4 UTV endurance race as well.
The man himself is standing right behind me here, Billy C. Right quick, Billy C. What do you think about this? How stoked are you on this day?
Oh my gosh, this is amazing, man. It's as you know, I'm sure you're just as tired as I am. Our voice is a little crackly. It's been a week, and
it's been a good week, though.
It's been an amazing week, right? And man, we are just super thankful for the Robin S for putting this together, and all the sponsors and the people that came together, to the track crews, to just everybody that really made this event what it is today. So we're super thankful. It's awesome.
Yeah, thank you again, Billy Champion, for putting on an amazing show. You've been working your tail off. We'll let you get out there and keep going, but good job, buddy.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, dude, keep killing it, Billy. Once again, big shout out to the whole entire track staff, everybody here. I mean, it takes a lot of people for sure.
What is it, a highlight for Megatrucks? So while we have a little break in the action, we got some highlights from earlier in the week from Vision, so check it out. Welcome back, world. That was an amazing little highlight clip from earlier this week in Four Visions. We are at Mid-America Outdoor. I'm Miles alongside of Matt, and we will be back at 11 a.m. Central Time for the Pro UTV main event. Matt, how's that going to shake down?
It's going to be a dicey one, so I guess you guys better make sure you are back here at 11 a.m. I mean, a lot of money on the line, the fastest guys in the country in short course driving right here. So
7 laps on a 2-mile short course, 14 miles total. Devin Young won his heat. Kyle Cheney won his heat. The Miller brothers are there. Scotty Champion, hopefully he can get his car going. Man, this is going to be a good race. We'll have 20 cars out on this course. It's going to be some action.
I mean, I'm sitting here right now. I got goosebumps. I'm ready to see these guys get out there and duke it out. It's going to be, I mean, this is the place to be right now if you're a short course racer. So much money on the line. I know there's a lot of emotion. Everybody wants that money. So you guys tune in, watch that. That'll be coming up at 11. What are we going to do?
I'm going to go take a quick little break, so you guys at home, get all your drinks ready, get your snacks going, order the pizza now, because at 11 a.m. Central Time, main event comes up, so we'll take a quick break, and we'll see you in about 1 hour, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time.